What's good, brothers? Welcome back to another installment of the Hall of Game podcast. We created this show to address some of the personal needs and development of African American men. We might talk about entrepreneurship, career switching, professional school, interview tips. But this is an interesting topic, right? Because it relates to almost all brothers. And shout out to Dr. Pat for this topic. And then we're dealing with liquor, drugs, and women. The black man's downfall. Certainly, two of them at one point was my downfall, so I can speak to that. I got some embarrassing stories, but how to avoid such issues. And so right now we have Ramil and Dr. Pat on with us. We will have some other brothers joining in. Let me go ahead and just introduce the brothers that we have. Go ahead, Brother Ramil.
What's going on? It's your boy Ramil Amir, and my channel is about black male
You there?
empowerment. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right.
Can you hear
Maybe
me?
Dr. Pat is there. You there?
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I'm here. I can hear Ramil. Can you hear us, Ramil?
Yeah, I can hear
Was he
y'all. Can
there?
you hear me?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I had my Bible. Go ahead, Ramil. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Ramil Amir, and my channel is about black male empowerment, adopting a more ruthless mindset, and just empowering black men to achieving their best mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Thanks for having me, and I'm ready.
All right, and go ahead, Doctor D.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. D again, coming back to help black men out. And we have three of y'all favorite subjects tonight, and we wanted to talk about it and how not if all three, one of these can mess your life up completely. So we're ready to get at it.
All right. And guys, if you're in the chat, make sure that you like the video. We have Dr. Welch in the building. He is an internal medicine physician, so it's good to see him in the building. But Dr. D, what brings this? You gave us a slew of topics, right? You whooped up a batch and you just threw it in there.
Mhm.
And so I seems like the brothers were interested in the show, selected this one. Why are we talking about this tonight?
Well, the reason we're talking about this is the black man's kryptonite besides a Becky. And
Ah! Ah! Ah!
my bad.
You
Sorry
ain't
about
you ain't
that.
lying. You boy, black men love them white women, boy. Woo! Wait.
But I the thing is, I know a lot of smart black men, and I even have some extended family members are the brightest black men. Women and alcohol have ruined their life. Very bright, just can't get their life together. Either they're drinking or they're chasing women, and both of those cost a lot of money. And I don't know of any of the drugs they do, but we were talking backstage, and you got a lot of guys that do pills now that have to find Viagra or Cialis to get the dick up now. So a lot of black men are doing a lot of drugs, they're doing a lot of drinking, and they're chasing women. And the one thing with all three of those together, it costs money and it takes your focus off of your life. I think O'Shea did this video back in 17 or 18. Black man, are you a functioning alcoholic? So that's what made me think about it. I remember that video from a while back, and we have a lot of black men, O'Shea, you did the video that drink a lot.
Oh
Every
yeah,
day they come home, they drink, and they drink beer or they drink liquor. And
right.
black men have to realize in every black neighborhood, they have liquor stores.
Oh yeah.
They know that's one way to keep black men from reaching their true potential, by putting liquor stores, by putting prostitutes, by having everything out there at your disposal. And
Mhm.
black men need to realize that these are weapons. Minister Jap, I think the other month, did on his channel, said sex is a drug, and black men need to know how to stay away from it. Because with women, once they realize that their vagina rules you, the game is over for you. You have no more leverage. And with liquor and going to the clubs, chasing women, you're spending heaps of money to get into a club. You have a Hennessy bottle for the thumbnail. Hennessy is expensive. So you have some black men spend $200 or $300 a week
Oh yeah.
on drugs and liquor and getting into the club. It's $1,200 a month just to go party with chicks. And
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
taking your focus away from everything.
Wow. Well, what you got on that, brother Ramil?
No, I definitely agree with what he's saying, and he's right. A lot of us get too consumed in the lifestyle, and a lot of it has to do with being, controlled by the media and what they tell us is fun, what they tell us should be our leisure time. For the most part, most black men shouldn't even be messing with alcohol or drugs. I mean, we can't handle it. Our minds and our bodies just not able to handle it, and it takes control of us. I single-handedly witnessed my own father's life go down because of alcoholism. Him from his health declining, financial situation declining because he couldn't put the bottle down. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, and he was a very bright brother. I mean, he was he went from one point to a baker in Chicago to somebody, somebody fighting court charge. So it's just crazy that the 180 alcohol and drugs can do in somebody's life, and this is why I think most black men should stay away from it, especially at this point. Most of us just can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all know, I talk about my father. At first, I never talked. When I first came to YouTube, I never talked about any of my personal issues. I would just deal with whatever the topic was at hand. But as I got a little bit more comfortable with my audience and I got comfortable with my own my own situations and stuff like that, I started revealing some personal information, and just like Ramil's father, my father was addicted to crack cocaine, and then after he got off that, he became somewhat of a functioning alcoholic, and still to this day, he'll drink. And like some people though are functioning alcoholics, like Winston Churchill. Some people can maintain, that. But my dad was also addicted to women, so he had like all three. He's smoking crack, drinking Hennessy, and he had 2 kids by the time he was 17, within a week apart from one another. And I think the younger generation, like when I was coming up in the 90s, and Pat is kind of in my generation with that because he's only a few years younger than me. Niggas rapped a lot about selling drugs, right?
Yep.
But today is like niggas rap about doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the difference, Like, I mean, I used to hear Messy Marv playing with my nose, but then now like the culture is so different. A lot of the younger black men, like, doing drugs is a part of the culture now. Like there was a rapper, I forgot the brother's name, out in Chicago. All he talked about was drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so for younger black men out there, that's on I don't know what it is now, because back in the day it was like PCP, heroin, and Sherm. But now the game is different. Now it's more of a pill popping thing. I also want to talk about the women part, right? And I have a black female in the thumbnail. But let's just be real. We're gonna open this up. A lot of brothers are out there dealing with women who are not black. And let's just be real. Nothing wrong with that, because like I said, this is a business show. Like, y'all know my own personal thoughts about that for the upper tier leadership of what the black community should look like. I'm not dealing with that right now. I know niggas like different things, niggas like women. There are a lot of niggas that are addicted to women that look like Kim Kardashian. There's niggas that are addicted to a lot of women that look like Instagram models, booty models. I mean, look at OnlyFans. Black men rescued OnlyFans. Okay. Black men are the number one supporters of Instagram stripper thought industries through Cash App. So a lot of brothers are just trying to become successful so they can get a thought. I mean, you look at guys in the NBA, James Harden and other guys like that. I mean, a lot of these dudes are dealing with a lot of thoughts, like Snoop Dogg. A lot of these chicks are not even black. And a lot of black men are getting money and gaining wealth just so that they can spend that with certain levels of women. You see some brothers that do the Dominican Republic thing, some brothers do the Brazil thing, some brothers do the Filipino thing, some brothers do the Colombian thing. And a lot of that is if you hear a black man say he's been to Dominican Republic 15, 20 times, 18 times in Brazil, we already know what what it could be about. So those things are affecting black men in many different ways. And I think a lot of that is due to low self-esteem, but we're going to talk about that right now. Any points you both want to bring out?
Yeah, well, see, that's one of the reasons why black men cannot build anything because the
Uh-oh.
majority of our money goes to women. All right, whether it's tricking,
Yeah,
whether it's simping,
yeah,
whether it's you getting pimped through marriage, whether you
yeah,
get, I mean, majority of our money is being siphoned through females. That is our
yeah.
biggest weakness, I believe, before drugs and alcohol. Even though
Oh
both
yeah.
of them are horrible as well, but I think that's where it's at, and that's because black men don't seem to be aware of the time cost that it takes to have women. See, I'm not gonna get up here and say you shouldn't deal with females. You should take a break. I'm gonna be realistic because we all are grown men. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that you have to be aware of how much time and money you are spending on this release that you naturally need. I don't think we're aware of that. We're willing to go all the way to it down to zero because we're not aware of the time value, the time energy we're putting into this. And that's where most of our money is going, in my opinion. We have a weakness for females.
Mm-hmm.
We have a high testosterone, so our culture is all about oversex. So I think that's the number one weakness, and we need to tackle having discipline in that arena, so we won't be controlled by females no more. That needs to be addressed, in my opinion.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and,
Go ahead.
we talked about this before, the rise of the late bloomer brother. Guys that couldn't get chicks back in high school, now they have money and power. They
Yeah.
lose it all trying to chase women that they could never get.
Right.
And like Ramil saying, we spend a lot of money on women. Men don't realize taking a chick to the movies, taking her to dinner, taking her out here, you can spend $300 in one night. Say you do that twice a week, that's $600. 600 times
Oh yeah.
4, that's $2,400 in a month you
Oh
spent
yeah.
on a woman, and you can invest that into something.
Mm-hmm.
And with the liquor, I've noticed usually they work hand in hand. Usually if there's a woman by, there's some alcohol by. It's rare, very rare. Either you
Mm-hmm.
get drunk with your boys and go chase women, or the women around there and you go get liquor to get down with them. It's one of the two that's going to happen. And it's hard, as Ramil was saying, to build anything when your life savings is going towards women. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, other groups of men know black men can't keep the dick in their pants and they can't keep the liquor bottle out their hands. So we don't have to worry about black men building anything. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have, as we said before, dick discipline to say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I have money. I work hard to get where I'm at. I have to remember my dick is my worst enemy right now. My dick can ruin my whole damn life. That bottle over there going out to get drunk. And see, a lot of black men have lost jobs because they have company dinners. We all know as a black man, you don't go. Oh, you know where I'm about to go?
You about to go? You about to go there? They
I'm
need to
about to,
hear it though.
I'm about to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens, they'll have a company dinner or they'll have a Christmas party. As a black
Mm-hmm.
man, you should know rule number one, I will not get drunk in front of any of these white folks. Not at all. But what do? It's free liquor, top shelf shit that you wouldn't buy yourself. So you like, hell shit, they paying for it anyway. I'm gonna drink, and the next thing you know, you're on the floor with your pants down and they gotta carry you to the car. So there's a bad impression between you and management now because they know, for one, if they send you out on a company thing, you might be getting drunk. Number two, you're not gonna get any work done. Number three, you
Mm-hmm.
being incoherent with alcohol can lead to rape cases and everything. Brothers don't talk about that. When you under the influence of alcohol, you don't know what the hell you're doing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this before, you never deal with women when they're under the influence of alcohol. Two people drunk together don't know what the fuck going on. So when the baby pop up, she can come to her senses and say, well, this nigga raped me. And you're like, it was consensus. The first thing she gonna say, I was under the influence. And black men got to realize there are so many things against us right now to where putting down that damn bottle and stop dealing with all these women. You're going to look back at your life. I'm 36 years old now. You imagine if I had started playing around with women when I graduated high school 18 years ago, that would have been 20 years of dealing with women with shit to show, with nothing to show for it, working a regular manufacturing job. Because where I'm at in South Carolina, that's what most niggas do that got 5 or 6 baby mamas. They work and make $10 an hour. Your child support is paid by this, and you got to try to hustle on the side. There is nothing attractive about being our age, and all you can talk about is women or how good your stroke game is. In this day and time, being able to lay tight does not get the bills done. As in football, it is the 2-minute offense for black men. And when I played football, you practice 2-minute offense every fucking day. It is the 2-minute offense in the fourth quarter, black men, and we are all the time throwing interceptions and incomplete passes. We have to at least try to get it past the 50-yard line.
Oh yeah. Let me jump in on that, right? And I think that for a lot of African American men, what we're at, like, what's the reason why a brother gets involved in drugs? And guys, shout out for the super chats, right? Shout out to Brother Declaration, Brother Kulon Cooper, Brother Alfonso. Still need to watch the last episode, I'm going to stay educated. Thank you, Brother Gabe. Thank you, Brother Gabe. We definitely miss you, brother. But let me we want to address the situations. Why are some of our brothers, African American men, dealing with liquor or drugs? And we know why they're dealing with women, but those two situations, a lot of times, a lot of brothers are dealing with some sort of depression. And a lot of times when we see black men, because some black men are doing fairly well. That's the myth about us, is that black men are not doing well. Like, maybe as collectively we're not doing well, but individually there are a lot of black men doing very well. And they have money, but for whatever reason, there's some unresolved issue, and sometimes it could stimulate. It could come from the fact that you had a depressed relationship, or something is going on with the family, or whatever it is, right? And a lot of times black men are afraid to talk about their issues and their problems. Everybody goes through stuff, and with black women, for example, they have a lot of help, a lot of resources that they can go to for assistance. LGBT people, now they have help and stuff. But when it's black men and we have problems, it's like a lot of people are not really sympathetic to our issues or what we are dealing with. And many times when you try to explain this to women, it's a little bit of fake caring, but it's kind of like, get over it. And when you're talking to other black men, you really can't tell them, because, all of a sudden now you soft. And so you have a lot of black men that are dealing with a lot of different situations that, they keep it inside. They don't want to, they want to be strong. So how black men deal with it is through drugs. I know my dad and my mom were in a relationship, and my dad really wasn't so happy. So, his outlet became, crack cocaine, and it's a bad way to deal with an outlet. And even right now, a lot of younger black men, something like coronavirus, a lot of people, we could have put liquor, drugs, women, and food, right? But a lot of people during this quarantine situation are gaining weight. And the reason why people are gaining weight is because, they're off of their typical life activities. They're depressed. They can't really do a lot of different things. But this is the reason why, and I'm so glad that you brought this up today, Doc, because a lot of African American men and black men need to understand, number one, that if you are going through certain things, other black men are going through it and have beaten it. So that's one of the things that we want to do is, a lot of brothers have been through these things, and you can overcome these things. I've been through a lot of different things I'm not proud of, things that I am proud of, but nevertheless, I got through those things. And another thing that we want to talk to African American men is, we want to create these outlets, because a lot of times you go talk to these things with other groups of people, they may not understand. You might go see a therapist and things, but they don't understand the life through our eyes, right? And you have brothers that are out of the country, brothers that are in Black Europe, Black London, Black UK, and they don't all the time have a lot of access to talk to brothers. But we need to create spaces that we can understand that, hey, black men, I understand that, you have this, that, and here is a support system. And as black men, I always talk about caring about other issues first, but we need to tell people that if you're going through something as a Black man, you can talk to me. You can reach out to me. I can listen to you because I'm gonna need somebody to listen to me. And we need to, encourage the brothers that, hey, this is, not gonna last always. And a lot of times, what I've noticed is sometimes dealing with Black men, just a small word of encouragement can go a long way. And that's what we need to understand. You don't have to, spend a lot of times 3 or 4 hours, but it's something that you can say in a video. I've done videos before where I just was, had a topic and the video didn't get a lot of views, and somebody emails me and says, damn, bro, that video that you made saved my life. I was like, really? I didn't even know the person. So you never know what gesture that you can do that will change your brother's day or change his outlook. You have a lot of brothers that are suicidal because of what they've been through. And that's another thing too, before I turn it back over, is it's okay to, like I always tell, you see a Black man, speak to them, right? Say hello. It's okay to compliment a brother on his car, or speak life into another African American man, or if you're in Britain, a Black British brother. Black men need to start talking, and once you can do that, you're going to build bonds with brothers. And a lot of these issues that some Black men have, they know, hey, I got support. There's something I can join, and join up with other brothers in solidarity, and we could talk about some of the issues that's happening with me. And that's what we're talking about is, especially with liquor and drugs. But let me shout out to Declaration. Apply the idea of compound interest to personal and community improvement. A little investment will become massive later. What do you got on that, Doc? And we go to Ramil.
I agree with what you're saying. A lot of Black men suffer in silence. I just want to list some things. Black men got, a lot of us got Black women against us. We got the world against us. We got the stuff with police brutality against us. We got our job against us. We got people at our job against us. That's the 6 amount of things. Then you might come home, you and your wife or you and your girlfriend got kids. The kids might everybody try to turn everybody against the Black man in the household. But majority of the time, the Black man is the reason the household is there from the beginning, because they're providing the resources. And Black men feel, like you were saying, they have nobody to talk to. They feel like the world is just being squished on them. And the first thing people will say, you a weak ass motherfucker because, you crying over there. I'm like, y'all don't know what that man is going through over there. You talked about it. As life changes, people gonna die. My parents, my dad died in 2003 and my mom died in 2016. I wasn't expecting my dad to die my year after I graduated high school and my mom to die 4 years later. Things like that happen to Black men. Yeah. And we have to reach out and talk to people, because those were very dark times, and I mean, my family and I went through it, but there are a lot of things Black men, like you were saying, look down on Black men for going through. Don't cry. No, the man need to cry. Hell, he going through hell right now. Crime might prevent him from going posting on people. And we don't look at that with Black men. We'll tell no man, cuz just don't worry about it. And see, what's the first thing? What always happens? You have some lady that you talk to, they'll make you feel better. You end up getting close to her, banging her, or you pick up that liquor bottle, or it's a combination of both. And that's usually what leads to a lot of more problems. To you get DUIs, getting in trouble, because I tell anybody, people that have a drinking problem, it's something that's happening they're trying to cover up, or they're dealing with something. I always ask people, well, they like to get drunk. I said, that's not normal for people to drink like that. And I said, there is something that they're trying to fix, and they're yelling for help. Right. And people will say, well, we try to help them. I say, you got to try harder to help them. To say, hey, just talk to them, to say, pull them and say, hey, man, what's going on with your life? Because if it was a female, everybody would be swarming around her saying, we got your back. Do you need counseling? We'll take you to any place. But Black men, you're out there on an island, and it's sad. And what leads, then all of that leads to you taking drugs to cope with it. You go home, you leave home, not leave home, you leave from work. Next thing you know, you're popping pills, you're drinking, you're fucking women. And you're like, well, this is what helps me get around all my problems. It is sad that nobody looks out for Black men. And you'll hear people say they work harder than Black men. I will say, please tell me how you work harder than us. We got everything in the world against us, and we still find a way to get through. Tell me how hard do you work. Tell me, how do you work harder than us? We have no, as I said before, safety over the top. Black men are playing man to man every day of their life. They don't get any help. And if you fall as a black man, it is very tough to get back up because we don't have anybody to help us. And women, drugs, and everything else might be your only outlet to help you get rid of some of the pain. For instance, there are black men, I was speaking of my mom and dad passed. There are black men, their dad or their mom passed, and people will say, well, they just went haywire after that. I said, I bet during all of that, nobody asked that person, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Can I help you cope with somebody passing? Did you go to count? I tell anybody, you need to go to counseling. I've been going to counseling. I started this year for relationship counseling. Kevin Samuel talks about it all the time. There's nothing wrong. I was get out here and say it. I'm going to counseling already because we're getting married next year. And I want to make sure I'm not part of the problem in the relationship, and I'll talk to them. They'll ask you your family upbringing, anything else that happened. So the biggest thing is to just get it off your chest. Sometimes a third neutral party is the best thing. But black folks, one dude will say, man, one dude I heard say, why go to counseling to pay somebody to tell you what's wrong with the problem? Mental health in the black community is a serious problem we overlook. And when you got kids dancing on cars, can't barely speak, we think it's cute. No, there's mental issues somewhere. We have to look and see what's going on in our community.
No, I agree. Go ahead, Brother Ramil.
Yeah, he's pretty much hit the nail on the head. It's kind of hard to follow up because that's pretty solid. I do find out one thing though, as far as black men knowing that we have a lot of the world against us. I just find that's where a lot of my reasoning comes from. Where I say black men need to kind of look at everybody else, except for other thinking black men as food, because that's how they look at you. And I find that helps cope with the situation, understanding that we all we got, and it should really unify us stronger. That's why spaces like these are good because black men can come and talk about things like this because I think knowing that the world's against us should actually make us come together, and we should be our own safety net. Because that's at the end of the day, we are all we got. And another thing I find that helps cope with this is remain productive, man. Show your work, show how good you are in your work, man. I just feel like there's some black men we're gonna have to shine through our work. People not trying to hear what we say, they're not trying to hear our voice. Just show through productivity and show through, us sticking together and showing that we are a force and competing, man. I mean, I understand the mental depression and things like that. And if you need a counselor, go ahead. But I just feel as though understanding that we all we got and remaining productive helps a lot with knowing the situation that everybody's against us.
All right, now that's definitely true. Shout out to Brother Julian Brown. Hey, band or brother. Shout out to Brother Julian. Shout out to Dane, Brother Marlon, Falcon Black, Declaration Ephraim, Queen Bear, Coke, all the people in the chat. We salute you. Press 1 if you're in the building tonight. Let me move on to the next situation. I'll start out with Brother Ramil. Brother May, it's good to see you. Okay, so what about this addiction to women, man? Because I understand like liquor and drugs, but seems like people are addicted to women, even if they beat the drug addiction or the liquor addiction. Do you think that women is the strongest addiction that black men have, and if so, why?
Yes, it is because we produce the most testosterone. We are the highest. We're very sexual people because we have more testosterone than everybody else. It's been scientifically proven. That's why our genitals are bigger. We have to be aware of our phenotype so we can get this under control. Okay, so we can be aware of the time and energy we spend on the sexual thing. Black people are just very sexual people. That's the only time we get along is in the bedroom. So as a man, a productive man, we have to get this drive under control. Like me personally, I've said this before on my channel. I only spend 7 to 10% of my time with females. Okay, that's about once every 11 to 12 days. Okay, one day out of 11 to 12 days. I have to be aware that I am a man. I do need a release, but I cannot let it control me. Black men are going to have to find a way to practice more dick discipline because this is our biggest downfall. Like I said earlier, we always in the strip club. Like the doctor said earlier, combined with the liquor, we have more testosterone. So you have to figure out a way to, understand your body so that you can control yourself so that you won't spend all your money on this. We're not going to build anything unless we get this female addiction under control as black men. All we care about is ass. That's the only thing we think about. So we're going to have to really find a way to control our heightened sexual prowess so that we can focus on building. there's sexual transmutation. You can try that. Meditation, whatever the case. We need to find a way to get this under control. That is our biggest downfall, in my opinion.
Okay. What about you, Doc?
I agree it is. And when we say women, we're talking about porn, and that's big.
Facts.
Porn
That's
is a
true.
big addiction. These
Oh, yeah.
chat lines, even the chat lines where you can meet these women, and that's part of women addictions, because
Tinder.
if you Tinder, all of those, do you realize it may take you if you spend an hour a day trying to vent. I never been on Tinder, but I know you swipe left, swipe right, something like that. But that's an hour a day. That's 7 hours a week. In 30 days, that's 210 hours of time you wasted trying to swipe left or find women. And it is our biggest addiction. I'm not going to sit here and lie. There's nothing better than to be around a beautiful woman, smelling her perfume and everything. And men are addicted to having an orgasm. Let's be honest. They're addicted to coming. And they don't understand there's a time and a place for that. If every day you wake up and that's your goal, that's a serious problem. You're around women, and I'm not a woman, but I think women can sense when I can get this man off of his true path if I just give him some of this nookie. That's what they call it. If I give him some ass, I can get anything out of him. You gotta find a way to limit your interactions. I think that's the best way to limit your interactions with women. Stay in your house. Put your phone on airplane mode. If you got something serious to do, don't text. Women don't text you. The homeboys will text you. Don't allow anybody to come in once you know, hey, I got something to do. I ain't trying to deal with no women right now, because whether men know it or not, the time you try not to deal with women, that's when everything comes at you. But before, when you're trying to deal with them, you can't find them. But when you're very serious about yourself, that's when all the women come at you. And you have to learn how to, excuse me, you have to learn how to put that on the back burner and say, hey, what's the most important thing? When you wake up in the morning, your mental goal should be, what's the 5 to 10 most important things I got to get done today? Talking to Lolo Keisha, as Oche would say, should not be one of your goals. Your goal should be to get these 10 things done. And the thing is, once women realize how serious you are, they will say, hey, they don't need to call that dude. He's not going to even give me any attention. Like Oche said in a video a while back, you got to make women feel you are the prize and they have to fight for your attention. Right now, women know black men will fight for their attention because we don't put any importance on what we have to do. You could be about to go right. Let's say you doing a physics problem or something. A girl will know, if I call that dude, he'll stop doing what he'll doing to help me out. Versus, I'm not going to even call this dude right now. He's focused on what he has to do. It's, men have to find that. But once the game is up and women know they can take you off of your purpose by them coming over or calling you, you have lost your leverage. And after that, it is hard to rebound.
No, that's 100% facts, man. We had to start valuing our time and valuing our attention. That's the reason why. That's one of the main reasons why you don't get respect from these females. We complained about the black woman not respecting us because we don't respect our time and our energy. We could be doing a big project. As soon as a female calls us up, we'll put it all down just to go deal with her. I know that's how we are. And this is why nobody respects us, because we don't respect our own time. And like I said, we just have to just really uh, get this female thing under control. That's our biggest weakness as black men. We got to whatever it takes for you. Everybody's different. Like I said, you can try different things, man. But somehow we got to get this under control.
I agree.
Yeah, let me and shout out to my man Cut to the Chase in the building. And guys, like the video if you're coming in. But like yeah, Cut to the Chase is so y'all know, man, my simp story times is they are classic on this channel. And like the old lady used to say at church, you're always vulnerable to the devil, and if that is not true, one of the reasons why I went to Poland was because I was like, listen, if I gotta do this, I could have went to a post back at Morehouse School of Medicine first, but I was like, you know what? let me go to Poland because I know that I wasn't going to be like so attracted to white girls, and it would be different, and I'll be kind of focused on what I was doing. And that is the truth, right? And I want to tell a lot of black men, because I grew up, I was a smart guy, and I was a dude that was like, I call myself a late bloomer. So I didn't start really start knocking people off until like consistently until I was like in my mid 20s. And if you guys are a late bloomer guy like me, and some of us are like that, right? We feel like once we graduate college and once we get a good job, we feel like, man, and now you fell out a little bit, you've been working out, now you ain't the same nigga no more. You're like, man, I gotta make up for all that pussy that I didn't get in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And now the rabbit got the gun now is what it is now. Like now you the nigga that got a little bit more authority in the situation. Until you find out that shit kind of should get old quick. And I mean, obviously, you deal with it and you get it out of your system. But to some brothers, some guys don't have just a lot of women. Some guys have just one woman, right? And the woman could end up being your wife. You could end up being your girlfriend. I've seen dudes, man, completely change their whole character for one woman. And I have a story where I have a homeboy. His life just went down the drain. I had a homeboy. He was doing good. He was working at a really, really good job in Sacramento. He got with this chick that had 7 kids. I did a story time about it here. 7 kids by like 6 different niggas.
What the fuck?
Bought her. He didn't have no kids, right? I mean, guy is no homo, nice looking guy. He can get any girl. His mama hooked him up with the girl, right? 7 different children, 6 different baby daddies. He got with her. Completely, he bought the kids all new furniture, and walked in. First, he caught the girl giving somebody head on her text messages, right? Because he worked at the company that she had his business phone, so he found that out. Then he walked in and caught them having sex, right? And then she said she was pregnant and named the baby after him. And then it was come to find out it was a dude that got that he caught to her with that was baby daddy. So he was completely destroyed. It took him years to rebound from that. So it's not like you're a guy that's a player. Sometimes the women could just be one woman, and it could be a woman that basically. I've seen guys that have good jobs, and then they're the girl wants them to move to a different city. They move to the different city behind the girl, and then lose focus on what they were doing. I've seen dudes give up their business to go be with a woman, and then once you go give your business to be with her, then all of a sudden she don't want you no more because you don't have the business. I've seen dudes move in with their parents. I've seen women. I've seen the guys do a lot of different things. And you can even see it with like Prince Harry. Prince Harry is stuck in LA right now with Meghan Markle, and he missed his old life. He's no longer in the military. He's no longer doing the things that he lost a part of himself. So I've seen a lot of guys become has-beens before it was their time. And a lot of brothers got to understand, when you decide to get with one woman, and I know I'm being a little bit long-winded, but you can deal with a woman that you really love being around. I met a woman like that within the last 5 years, a woman that I really love being around. But I know in my heart that it could never work out. I mean, I have the most fun when I'm with her. It's electric. I never feel this way, right? But the woman is not. Me and her don't have anything in common. Like as far as being equally yoked, I'm crazy about her, right? Even to this day, I'm crazy about her. I don't talk to her. Won't take her calls. Because I just know that it's not going to lead anywhere. And a lot of times as black men, we get with people and deal with people. We really enjoy spending time with them. They're fun, but it's not going to lead anywhere. And it could be just one woman that can do that to you. And for a lot of guys, you really got to look at where is my life lining up. If I'm going to be in a relationship that's monogamous and all that, is where I'm going, is where she going. And if the answer is going to be no, then, it's going to hurt. Trust me, I know it hurts. Like I even had a chick in London, and Falcon Black will tell you, I was real crazy about her. last time I was in London, I was staying at her spot for like 10 days. I mean, nigga, listen, I bought a washing machine, everything. I was like, she been to Poland 7 different times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been knowing her for years. I've been off and on with her for years. But at the end of the day, we just not the same people. If I had a baby by her or something like that, she don't have the same drive I have. We don't come from the same cloth, right? And that's just a lot of times you got to really see, when you deal with women, it's a business decision. You know, when you deal with people long term, it's a business decision, because even though it's not really business, but it is business, because this person wants your time. If you're a guy that's doing some, you know, the Ozzy Brothers made a song called "I Got Work to Do." So when you doing things, a chick who's not busy and don't understand what it makes to, you know, run a business or to go to professional school, she gonna want your time all the time. Why you don't spend no time with me? Why you always busy? Why you always studying? Why you all, and see, then you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna compromise and spend more time with you, and then all of a sudden your business is not as productive anymore as it was before. But you know, you got to make those choices, because if you pick the wrong woman, and she can be, listen, she can, here's the thing, I don't be along with it. She can love you. She cannot cheat. She can be nice. She can be good people. Your mama could love her. But the situation is, if she don't understand where you're trying to go, it's a bad move. Yep. And that's a lot of guys right now stuck with chicks right now that they do. And the girl's crazy about them and they love them, but she's just the wrong person. And now you become bitter and you mad and all this stuff. And you know, you've seen other people, you know, move up in life and you still stuck. So go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, Romeo. I need to eat a blueberry.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing, man. Like you just said, O'Shea, and this is what black men don't, and this is just my opinion right here. This is only me, y'all, not anybody else. For black men who still want to be in a relationship today, and you're like successful, or you're upwardly mobile, and you still want to be in a relationship, it's going to be hard to find somebody with that same drive as you, and it's going to be worth your time, even if you're doing all the right things. At the end of the day, there's only going to be one way to make these type of relationships successful in 2020 and beyond. You're going to have to put her to work. She has to be attached or bring some financial value. Because like you just said, O'Shea, she can do everything right. You can be crazy about her. The thing is that if she's not contributing to your financial goals, look, men and women are different, man. We have 2 different goals in life. I said this before. Women goals are beauty, vanity, security, comfort. Men's goals are wealth, conquering, you know, control. So unless if you don't take her off her fork and put her on your fork, I don't care if she's the best female in the world, you're not gonna get a return on investment just spending time with her, laying up with her all day, and giving her attention and giving her gifts. She has to be financially tied to you, and that's gonna be the new way for all you guys want relationships. You ain't gotta do it like me, because you know how I get down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell her, you know, that can't be on that cam. But you can, whatever if she works for your business or something, if she's not doing that, you're not gonna find it worth it dealing with her, man. Even if she's doing everything right, man. That's just the world we live in, man. I think that's a new way in the future. Relationships should have some sort of financial ties to them, because that's the only way somebody's going to be faithful as well. If they're invested into it, because these females don't got to be financially invested to none of these relationships. That's why they be leaving so quickly. They know they're going to get everything. But if they're financially invested, you know, they've been putting time and hours into, you know, man hours, they're going to be more reluctant to do something crazy, because they just put time in or money in, whatever. And you know, it makes them, to me, it will make them more invested into the relationship.
Yep. And I don't know if we said this before, but I think Prince Harry is gonna end up leaving Meghan, because as a man, once you lose yourself, you're gonna resent that woman. And it's coming. As a man, you should never allow something like that to happen. And I know people are like, well, she forced him to move. Like O'Shea was saying, this man had it made in England, and he's going to sit back. I don't know if he's doing it already and saying, I moved to LA out of my natural culture. Right. I had it made over there. I'm in LA facing the what is it? Not the tabloids, but the media every damn day. I have a new baby I wanted to bring. When we were over there, we even had a babysitter for the baby. Excuse me. And now with Meghan and everything, I'm over here. That man is going to leave that woman. It's coming. Not if it's not this year, it's coming in the next couple of years, because as a man, you lost yourself. And you don't want what men that lose themselves, they take it out on the woman. They'll start domestic violence, they'll start cheating. They're gonna get out, they're gonna do something. And I hate, you know, as a man, you should never allow that to happen to yourself. But one of the things is with dealing with women in relationships, as Ramil was saying, it's very rare to find a woman. Women want a finished product. Nobody wants to work with you from the ground up. So if a man is making $450,000 a year, you want to come in a relationship saying, well, I'll work with you. This man has been busting his ass for the last 25 years. A man with that kind of money and drive is going to ask you what you've been doing for the last 15 to 20 years of your life. And that's going to take you out the equation already, because men with that high earning or the potential to make even more money are vetting women even more, because the first thing they're going to say, you're not about to be a soccer mom and think you're going to just take my money. And women will call that dude uppity. I said, this man makes almost $500,000 a year. He has no kids yet. And you want him to come down with Lolo Keisha just because she can keep his balls green. That's all she brings to the table. And women don't understand that. And men that have that kind of drive, it's rare to find a woman that compliments you. The only woman that'll compliment you is a woman that makes that amount of money or a little bit less, however you find it. But a regular woman is out of the league for that guy, because he has to disguise things so much. He couldn't let no woman know I make $450,000 a year. You know how many women gonna try to steal his sperm? And women just don't understand that. You got to bring something to the table. The man is already nervous about everybody coming around him. You know, he only has a handful of friends, but the women just want a finished product. And women just like to come in on the back end. If that same guy started 10 years ago and said, hey, I got a company, I'm going to start from here. I ain't working with no broke motherfucker. If you ain't got a job, and then 10 years down the line, they're going to be putting stuff on social media. I used to date not Jaquisha. I used to date Jacquees over there. I'm just thinking of a name. He act like he don't know nobody right now. You left the man before the process even got started. All you had to do was stick with him and work with it. But you know that women, hindsight is 2020.
Okay, and now we have the Uncle D in the building, who's a licensed therapist. Shout out to G Star. I think I talked to you, brother, on Facebook. I managed to catch a live stream. Stay blessed. You know, let me just say this. You know, because the women is the black man's biggest problem. Black men. Okay, here's one thing. You know, women, they care a lot about what other women think. Like, that's a big thing for women. Women really care about how society feels. Women really care about how other women feel. You know, like, they take their opinion so much, but not necessarily really guys, because women know that, you know, guys, no matter if they, gain weight or whatever, so somebody will try to talk to them, right? A lot of men, our masculinity, especially black men, is tied typically to women, right? And it's like in our community, we black men do care about a lot what women think, especially, you know, especially black women. Our community is so tied to, you know, how many women you can sleep with, whether women consider you to be ugly or not. Are you an alpha male in a woman's eyes? And even a lot of jealousy that, you know, if you hear black men talk about it, you know, black men have a kind of a hatred for preachers, pimps, you know, people who typically, you know, end up with a lot of women in the black community. And a lot of times what black men are looking to do is kind of prove to themselves that I'm a man. And so the masculinity has been established through the amount of chicks that you have, or how good they look, right? Or how many women can vouch for you. That's why a lot of brothers, you know, like any man likes a good looking woman, but you know, the black man, if he can get a stereotypical good looking woman, you know, with the big booty and you know, nice breasts, and you know, for some brothers, you know, mulatto, other brothers, Becky, we will leave that alone right now. But it's a big boost for us, right? And a lot of times, a lot of brothers that talk down on black women or have a problem with black women, those are the guys that that typically had those problems. You typically don't hear a lot of guys that talk bad about black women that didn't have them problems. That's just how much masculinity is shaped. So, you know, a lot of times Black men have to really look at and redefine themselves by their own definition of what is Black masculinity. And a lot of times for us, a Black masculinity is women, right? And a lot of Black men fall into, the swag thing, or a lot of hold on a second. I got somebody I got to time out real quick. So, but what I gotta say is, in other cultures, masculinity is about providing. It's about establishing, businesses. It's about establishing yourself as an academia, and even in Africa, where you have that similar cultures, but people who own businesses and who run things, they're typically more respected. But I would just want to say this: it's important that Black men define for themselves what makes them a man. Like, don't listen to what other people say. Don't listen to what women say. You just need to be comfortable with you as a person. You might have a problem where might be getting a lot of girls and you might not be getting a lot of money. That your mentality is what makes you a man. And always remember that, it's your values and those things. So you cannot allow, hip hop to dictate your manhood, or Black women, or the community, or other people. Because when it's coming to the trenches, them people not gonna have your back, right? When it's time for you to pay that cable bill and that put down that deposit on that car, them people are not going to be there. So I think reshaping the African American masculinity and what it means for Black men is something that needs to be talked about. A lot of our men are not leading because they're busy trying to do whatever, the rappers, right? You see the brothers trying to get into football, brothers trying to get into basketball. Brothers are always trying to get and do things that easily will get them more women. And that's the problem that we typically do have. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm gonna go ahead and let Brother D Darrell speak on it, and I will go to something different. Go ahead, Unc.
What's going on, little nephew? How you doing?
Man, I'm timing niggas out.
All right, brother. Well, definitely in speaking to this, you're looking at the title, liquor, drugs, women, and there are many situations, particularly for brothers who came from impoverished backgrounds, or brothers who never experienced any type of wealth, or let's say middle class, upper middle class background, because in which they in part seeing some things of wealth, so to speak, in which they in part may have developed some value system of the dollar and what the dollar is worth, and how to maintain it. And so for a lot of Black men, when you have come from that particular background and you finally obtain that level of success, in which you like our brother CJ King said, you become the prize. Well, with becoming the prize also comes a certain level of responsibility in that. And so when you are seen as the attraction, there are going to be different vices and so forth, and different temptations, liquor, drugs, particularly for high income earning guys. There's a large percentage of high income earning guys that may dab in certain types of drugs. Such as cocaine. Cocaine is considered the rich man's drug, so to speak. And so when you sitting on top of the world making 6+ 7 figures and so on, you can somewhat feel that nothing can hurt you, and so to speak. And unfortunately, you can fall into the trap of basically falling into behaviors that can basically be the downfall that you basically spent your whole time trying to build yourself to obtain. So in essence, you got this money, you can buy what you want, you can date who you want, you can spend time, travel, and you can find yourself doing all these different things, such as, excess drinking, excess drugs, excess women. All of these things in totality can equal to you losing your wealth. These things can be things that can take the wealth from you, can hinder your ability to stay focused, hinder your ability to concentrate, stay disciplined. And those are things that make up a man. Having a strong work ethic, being a person that leads, being strong-minded, disciplined per se, being a problem solver, and all of these different things that are listed in this title are things that can actually hinder your ability at some point in operating in those particular concepts at a high level. I mean, the drinking, we all know that drinking can hinder one's ability to concentrate, so forth, so on. I mean, definitely drugs, and then women can serve as a distraction. A lot of guys, and that I've seen, even in my practice, and so to speak, both white and black men that I have counseled, I have seen how their biggest downfall was chasing women. And in chasing those women would encompass the drinking and the drugs, because they're doing those things with the women.
Right.
In most situations, and I kid you not, particularly for black men and most men, period, a lot of times when most men encounter a drinking habit or a drug habit, is usually because they have a partner that they're with that was doing the same thing. Okay. Yep. That happens a lot. Someone hits you to the coke, hits you to, whatever, heroin or whatever type of drinking. If she like to drink a lot, she going to encourage you to drink a lot. If she like to do cocaine, she going to put it on her breast so you can snip it off.
I know that's right.
I'm just being honest. I mean,
Right.
that's how it happens.
That's how it works.
That's how it happens. And the thing about it is when you're a high income earner, I mean, you feel like nothing could phase you. I'm on top of the world. I've worked hard to get where I'm at. Why can't I bullshit and do what I want to have fun? But unfortunately, doing this in over time and in excess, it will begin to slowly break down your life. And then once you lose those things, the women go away. All the attention, all of that stuff goes away. I mean, like they say, you can never run out of women chasing money, but you can always run out of money chasing women. So, it's something to just think about. So, and also in that, these things can also cause addiction, which in itself can be a whole different animal, which also can be a brother's downfall. I mean, I've dealt with brothers that have earned great deals of money, and then they got with the wrong person that brought those particular things, and it brought them down. I'm talking, I've even had brothers that were homeless, but due to the fact that they got with the wrong woman, and it involved liquor and it involved drugs in that relationship. And so it's all fun, at the beginning, you on this high, and certain drugs can make you seem invincible and so on. But again, the long-term effect over time can break that down. Before you know it, you find yourself going to work late. You're not turning in the reports on time. You forgot about this account for this particular person. You forgot to do this and forgot to do that. And before you know it, you get a bad reputation, and then nobody wants to hire you, and then you have difficulty operating in that particular field or whatever type of, field that you're operating in. So I've definitely seen that firsthand. I've actually had a brother. I never forget this. I had a brother from Dallas, from a little suburb outside of Dallas, that won $5 million from a lottery ticket. And I would say in 3 years, that money was gone.
Woo!
$5 million. He wanted playing a scratch game. And you know what ended up happening when he got that money? Again, the women come flocking. And we black men, we love the flex, of course. So he got the big houses, he got the Lamborghinis, he got all that. You got the women. Every weekend, he got three-day weekend parties, cocaine, drugs, pills, liquor, all of that good stuff. You basically the life of the party for everybody. And within 3 years, it was all gone. And it almost led the brother to suicide. And so that's the seriousness of that. That's a severe case, but that's the level of how your downfall can go down really fast, you know, without keeping, to me, maintaining the discipline, the different aspects of what makes you a man long term in regards to making effective decisions for yourself. And I do agree that we cannot allow other people to define what your manhood should be. You have to define your manhood for what works for you and how you navigate throughout life. I mean, what works for me may not work for you, and so on, depending on how you operate and how you want to operate your life. You have to be true to yourself in regards to that, because if you follow that of other people, that's going to be a downfall in itself. You're not really being true to yourself. So that's basically what I have to say for right now in regards to that.
Came in and really cleaned that up. Like I said, that's why we need to get back with some shows with Unc, because he does this and he knows you Negroes. But shout out to brother Caesar, man. What did Caesar do? Caesar and Tony Caesar, brother, hardcore African American brother. He always supporting. You would find him Ramil, Bernard Riley. That dude must spend at least $3,000 a month, man, just supporting the Manosphere, man. Shout out to him. He says, salute to the big homie ODJ, ADOS in the building. Ramil, check your pockets, Cash App, peace to the panel and chat. So shout out to my brother, exclamatic long time brother, man. He trying to get the hoes. Yeah, girl, I'm buff. I got a few muscles, bitch, But shout out to the brother, man. He been rocking with me for a minute. Guys, if you hear you want to support the show, but you can do so by liking the video. I'm also going to post my new group that you guys can join in with me. We're gonna let brother Dre. If you want to support the show, you can do so by liking the video. If you want to super chat, you can do that. Maybe we might take some questions today. But guys, thank you for being here. Get the likes up on the video. Let's go ahead to brother Dre, brother.
What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great night. Another great topic, man. If you are undisciplined, you are fucked, man. You are going to be the laughing stock of your friend circle. You're going to be. You ever see a guy over 32, 35, even pushing 40, who's like a big teenager? He thinks like he's in high school. He acts like he's in high school. Everything's about the right now. I got to go out drinking now. I got to get more chicks now, rather than, and I do all this shit. So I'm above it. But I learned at an early age, once you have discipline and assets, the amount of work you have to do, if the goal is to get chicks, the whole amount of work you got to do is drastically reduced because you have discipline and assets and things going for you. And here's another thing. People don't want to collab with you. I have some cool ass friends, man, like dumb cool to go out with and chill with. But they don't finish anything. They don't complete anything. And they don't understand delayed gratification. So I might hang with them once in a while, but I would never work with them on a big $100,000 or multi-million-dollar project because I doubt their ability to follow through. So you do not want to be a big teenager, an old ass young person. Get your discipline intact. If it's women who are throwing it off, man, women ain't going not a damn where. Not a damn where, man. Get a house, get some shit, man. Write your book, build your course. Do something of sustainability for your own damn self. And everything, literally everything you're looking for will come to you once you master something in out of life. High quality friends, better partnerships, better quality chicks, all that will come to you in droves. You have to start fighting to get rid of the shit. But man, everything comes to mastery, guys.
Let me ask you this real quick, D-Darrell, and shout out to Ebony for the super chat. But let me ask you something, Dre. Okay, because it's easier said than done, right? Especially you in the city like Atlanta. Even for guys, that's I think most of us was like at least between 30s and 40s. We know that women gonna always be here, but the shit is easier said than done.
Yep,
how do you deal with that?
You accept the fact that the next, 6 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months, whatever time frame, you give yourself to get that particular goal or goals done. You embrace the fact that it's going to be boring. A lot of people, they give up and they do what I call business hopping, where they get from idea to idea because they looking for the that high, that passion bullshit that's so overly drowned. Embrace the fact that in order to get where you got to get, this is going to be boring. success is boring as hell. It just looks good sometimes on the outside, but to get there, it's monotonous. It's a lot of the same routine thing. It's not always fun. It's usually not fun. So don't be naive about it. They say, look, I'm going to fall back. I am going to miss out on these day parties. I'm going to miss out on this stuff for a certain time period. I'm going to grind it out. And after I get this done, I will be right back out there having more fun because I'll feel better about myself because I got the stuff done. So embrace the monotony, embrace the boringness that is success.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Go ahead, Doc.
Well, I said this last night. It's taken me 18 years. That's a long time. I've been working at this. You know, I've been going to school, getting fired from jobs, back and forth, turning here, turning there. And everything seemed to come together in the year 2020. And that's 18 years. I graduated high school in 2002. I'm 36 years old. And I want black men just to think about, for the last 18 years of your life, what have you been doing? For mine, I've been getting here. I've been getting fired from jobs. That's part of the process. And I've said this before on the stream. I would never let anybody make me feel bad back in my younger days, 10 plus years ago, for get fired from a job for trying. And you have to have that hunger, and you can't be afraid to fail, black men. But I said this also last night. You're not afraid to fail at chasing women, but you're not afraid. Hold up. Black men are not afraid to fail at getting a woman, but they're afraid to take a chance to make their life better. And you'll say, well, I'm going to go try to get all the women possible, but your life is on the line. We're in the year 2020. I remember 20 years ago, it was the year 2000. If anybody on the panel, all of us were alive, you can remember how fast. I remember the Y2K thing on December 31st, 1999. I was in the 10th grade. It is now June 8th, 2020. That was 20 years ago. And O'Shea has said this before. As a man, you think you have all the time in the world, but you don't have all the time in the world. Sit down, as Brother Dre was saying, grind it out, put forth the effort. And all the men that are laughing at you going to eventually try to ask you for a job. I know I started at South Carolina State in 2006. I told a couple of friends of mine, hey, man, we don't have much going on right now. How about y'all come to college over here? Their reply was, man, I make more than somebody with a college degree. That was 14 years ago. Those same dudes are going from job to job to job. Having a degree doesn't guarantee you a job, or having the experience, it makes it easier to find jobs. That's the distinction I like to tell people. It helps you when you get a job. It helps to get a job. It doesn't guarantee you'll get one, but it helps me with my foot in the door to get another one. And a lot of black men don't realize half of y'all been bullshitting around since the year 2010. All you can count is all the bitches you fucked, all the liquor you drunk, all the drugs you did. You have nothing to show for your life. The worst thing as a black man is to look at somebody younger than you doing what you wanted to do. You piss now.
Oh my God. Say that again.
The worst thing as a black man to do is to see somebody younger than you doing what you wanted to do. You piss, you want to fight them, you want to try to box them, you know, whatever else we used to call it. You want to try to say, man, fuck that nigga, man. What you wouldn't do, that young black man sat there and said, I'm going to do it. And all you got to put out is, I fought 200 bitches from 2010 to 2020. I've been working the same job. I had 4 more kids. So this is what you want for your life: kids and dick and bitches. That's all you got to say. And all you can count is all the Hennessy you done spilled. Dude, 10 years, people, you know, we've talked about it on here. In 1 year, you can change your life. You're talking about over a decade. If we all on here, all of us on the panel could think about what was going on 10 years ago and where you're at now, it is tremendous. It's about growth. Black men just got to be willing to put that time in to get there, because nothing comes overnight. As Brother Dre was saying, success is boring. Nobody wants to be around you when you're climbing up the ladder, but once you reach it, everybody want to come up there and say, hey man, I want to hang out with you. Nah, cuz I'm good. And you know, that's how I look at things. It's a boring process, but you have to get up there to the mountaintop on your own. And black man, just put the time in to get where you need to get. Nobody's going to do it for you. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, shout out to Change and everybody supporting us on the stream. Go ahead, Ramil.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, this might help everybody. This might help black men out here value themselves more when it comes to these women and when it comes to having sexual discipline. First, you got to stop thinking, and shout out to Rule. We had this conversation last week. You got to stop thinking that women are doing you a favor when they're giving you sex. You got to understand that you do all the work. You make her, come the most. You are pretty much doing everything. And you black men been doing this for so long since you were young. You in your 30s now. You have not gotten nothing from it. Just like the doctor said, all you can say is how many females you smashed, but you have not gotten anything tangible from all of that time and work you put in with these females. They got the tangible benefits from you, especially if they got some of your seeds. So value yourself. I understand that you're doing a female a favor by dealing with her because you're on your way up. So don't be so thirsty chasing, because the more you invest in yourself, the more they're gonna come to you. And it took me a long time to learn this. You're gonna actually attract uh, more females that are conducive to you, the more you work on yourself. That money you're spending on chasing females, if you invest in yourself, you're gonna actually have more options coming to you. But understand that you're doing them a favor by dealing with them. So keep that in mind.
No, that's really actually another question, Brother Ramil. How, when you say invest in yourself, a lot of brothers might not know what that means. What would you say that invest in yourself means?
Just becoming like, so okay, so when I say you're gonna get more women attracted to you by investing in yourself, that money you would take spending on taking them out on dates, you can invest that into a gym membership or a home gym or better food for yourself. So your diet gets better and your workouts get better, so you start to look better. You can invest the money you're gonna spend on women on financial knowledge, like Andre Hatcher's course or something like that. So now your financials go up. So all the money you're spending on females, if you invested in yourself by learning more about money, physical health, spiritual health, just becoming more knowledgeable and a better man, period, on all fronts, you're going to have more options available to you anyway. More females are going to find you attractive anyway because you're going to be in that top percentile of guys. And they're chasing anyway. You want to be the guy that they're chasing. Women don't chase no more. That's another thing we got to talk about. With this, I mean, I'm sorry. Women chase the guys. They chase the top percent of guys. That's the game now. The game is no longer chasing women. The game is now letting them chase you because they see that you're the top percentage, whether they see you on social media or if I hear about you. That's the new game now. Becoming the top guys and the guys that they're actually going after.
Yeah. Everything in life
even with
gets
dating
easier.
It's about her choosing you, her swiping on you. Everything is about her chasing the top guy. So now it's time to be the top guy. My bad. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dre.
No. Everything in life gets easier when you have more shit done. Yep. That's the bottom line here. Everything in life will get easier when you get shit done. So no matter what the goal is, no matter what the end goal is, and look, for some people, it's personal development. For some people, it's a quality woman. For some people, it's impressing their friends or helping out their community. Whatever it is, you become more of an asset and you have to do less work. So here's what it is. You do more work up front to do less work later on.
Yep.
Example, you could put $5,000 in a Roth IRA when you're 25 for, let's say, 5 years, right? You do from 25 to 30, and then not even your whole life. You put $4,000 in there for 5 years in a row. Right? By the time you're 59, even if that's all you put in there, you're going to have a whole heap of money, even if that's all you do. Let's say that you just buy 4 houses in your 30s, and that's all you get, right? But now you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, you're in your 60s. You can live off of that rental income for the rest of your friggin' life. Mm-hmm. But for some people, this is real for me. At a certain time point, my happy hour money, my dating money, that was all my excess money that I had after my mortgage and car note and student loans and all that stuff. So I literally had to not do even the $50, $80 happy hours and dates for a fucking minute. But during that minute, I got so much stuff done. I'm living financially off of those things that I got done here in 2020 that I did in 2015, 16, 17. Right. So it's not even like you have to sacrifice. It's not even like a forever sacrifice per se. It's a hardcore sacrifice for a certain time period. And then you're able to make different moves throughout your life. And you have to make these moves with more ease because you have these things that you did on the back end or front end per se that will give you wings.
let me let me drop some red pills, right? Just in here. Okay. So a lot of brothers, we have brothers on this panel that have, graduated college, that have, I think, D. Durrell's a master's. We have, Dr. D has a doctorate. Like 7 months from getting a doctorate, and you have brothers that are entrepreneurs. So we come from all different levels of education here. But what I noticed is a lot of black men, and I even noticed in the manosphere space, you got brothers who will not invest in themselves, but you will give money to women, and you won't even pay for, let's say, for example, we talk about like what keeps black men down. I don't do this myself. I'm not like a mentor for hire, but I know people that are. Like, you have like Brother Antoine Wade for Black Heights. You have people like Brother Dre. You have people like Glendon Cameron. And what I'll notice is that you'll get black men that will hit them up and try to get shit for free. I even have guys like that. Like, they'll email me and they'll try to get things for like, come on to my show and do a show with me for free. And they will never support the show to even do that, right? But then they'll comment in the super chat, yeah, man, I just took my girl to Brazil, or like they'll just comment like in the comment section of a live stream. That same guy, yeah, man, But then you'll be the same person that will try to, like work with another brother, but try to be like do it on the cheap. And then lo and behold, like 5 months later, the chick don't even want to deal with you no more, right? And you spend all that money on her, and you come to the guys that can help you. It could be a black guy, could be a white guy. Shout out to Lamardo. But when it comes to your own personal development, where there might be going to a conference, or you might be, like even some YouTubers didn't even want to buy StreamYard. I'm like, this is to the lowest of the low. Like, you have guys, they would hit me up and ask me about the YouTube channel and what I run on my channel. And guys know now that I run, like for some of the editing stuff, I run Adobe Premiere. I run Adobe Audition. I run almost the whole Adobe package. Everything that we do is Adobe Studios, right? Adobe Studios, you can get it if you say if you're a student, you can get it for like $250 a year. And you have guys who make $1,000 a month, but they wouldn't invest in like the StreamYard. It was $25 a month. Like, you have a lot of YouTubers that didn't want to pay that, and they have active audiences. You have YouTubers that don't even want to pay.
They got the duck in the corner, man.
Yeah, right. Like, you have guys, they will sit around and beg how black men don't support, and just even $20 a month to get the whole thing.
Man, some niggas love shortcuts, O'Shea. Say what it is. Some niggas are addicted to fucking minimalistic bullshit and shortcuts, and they wonder why they don't get anywhere. It's freaking annoying as hell.
Right.
Well, what you're pretty much saying, O'Shea, is that, a woman can be a bad investment. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I mean, dating, when you're a person that's dating like that, and you spending $100, $200 on dates, which I would not, encourage guys to do unless you consistently, seriously dating somebody. But there are guys that make a lot of money. They may be dating multiple women, going on $200 and $300 dates. I'm talking the drinks, the food, the hotel, and everything else, etc. That's a lot of money when you really look at it. If you're dating a couple of women a week and you spending $200-$300 a week, that's like almost $2,000 in a month. When you really look at it, I mean, it may seem small per day, but when you add it up, man, you can start other businesses, startup capital for other businesses and so forth, with spending that kind of money. But there are guys that literally spend that kind of money, or let's just say guys who are spending money on paying rent for a female, paying car notes, that are paying for her to live. I mean, that's a bad investment because there's nothing in return. I mean, there's no real, where's the dividends in that?
It's not. And let me just say this, and let me shout out to the and I'll make it quick. Andre Lewis and D. Darrell made a good point. Lamar, like it's not even about. And let me just say this: what I'm saying is not supporting like giving your money to me or like fuck. We're not talking about that, right? Just in general, like a lot of black men will do everything to help women and like do nothing to help themselves. Like that's the biggest part of what we're trying to say here. Like like. Yeah, like we're not. I'm not. It's not a tactic to be like, oh, you niggas don't want to spend money with me. I'm just using myself and other Andre as an example. But the bigger issue is a lot of black men. You will be cheap with yourself and with other people that can help you do something, but primarily yourself. But you will go out and you will help chicks. I seen niggas who will be cheap with themselves, but you will help her kids. You will buy her kids Jordans and. And she still don't even claim like I've been this nigga before too. I've been the nigga that go on a date with a woman and she will then take pictures of everything in the restaurant except for me, upload all the shit I paid for on Instagram and then put a WhatsApp message talking about thanks, babe. I really appreciate, but I ain't mentioning me at all, right? Like, and then you will do all of this to help her. But when it comes to something that you need, you don't put the money in it for yourself. And a lot of like Donovan Sharp, we had a show he came up with one time. He said, black, men got to stop helping women. And a lot of black men got to stop. You got to start coming to the realization that, hey, bro, like you do understand that nobody else is going to help you, right? Like you need to help yourself. And that's the one thing, like many of us come from situations. I want to talk about this very briefly because D. Darrell brought this out. A lot of us come from generations where some of us came up poor. We are first generation middle class black men, which for me, I think I'm more like second generation lower middle class because my parents really didn't have a lot of money. But some of y'all come from like nothing, right? And now you're first generation middle class. So it's already bad that your family asking you for money. Then you get with this other person that don't have nothing and you helping her. So always remember, if you're a person that comes out of poverty into like lower or middle class America, like you can easily go backwards, like because if anybody is going to be more that have the people that have the biggest chances of going back into poverty are first generation middle class people. So just understand that. Go ahead. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
We have no one to save us. Because we're the only ones in our family or one of the few ones in our family who made it to the middle class. So we have to be extra stringent for an extended time period because if we lose it, we can't ask anyone to pay our mortgage and we might lose our house because they don't save any money. So we got to be really on point as black men who are in the middle class trying to get rich.
Yeah. Let me just say this, right? Just very, very briefly. I hate to say this about my situation, but one of the reasons why when I learned I started making YouTube and I started earning money, I had to earn money, right? I hate to say this, but although I had loans, man, I had to earn money, like to where I was at, even in professional school. My family ain't rich, right? So I'm like 30 something. The reason why I work is not because I want to, bro. I have to, like literally. I'm making it through school and stuff. Sometimes during the Sunday Rumble, like till 5 or 6 in the morning in Poland time, going to sleep for 1 or 2 hours and then going to class and then coming back and studying. Like I work not because I want to, I work because I have to. Because if I don't work, then I'm like, my family need help sometime, right? Like I'm not gonna lie about it. So I understand what that means. Like most people in professional school don't work. I have to work. That's how our situation was because my grandfather died and then my grandma lost like half of her income. And so it's not like I'm working because I don't want to be in school. No, nigga, I work because like that's how I have to survive, right? I got people that I have to help. You know what I'm saying? So I really know what it means. Not like I live this life, right? So I have to make money. You get what I'm saying? Even when I'm in professional school, and like I have to do this. So I understand where a lot of you brothers are coming from when you're the person that, oh, you're smart and you've been through something, you still got to work. Yeah, nigga, I have to work, right? That's just what it is. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like, it's not like I'm telling you something that I don't already go. Like, I am doing this because I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you have to dig down deep, as O'Shea was saying, and put your money up to what for what you need to do. O'Shea and I didn't go to medical school, but it cost me $31,000 a year to go to school. I have loans. I was going to quit my job in August 2017 if work would not work with me to allow me to go to school, because I know that was something that would change my life. I said, I will teach classes online. I will sell my cars. I will find a way to get through this. And I paid for all of my stuff out of pocket. I dug down deep and said, it's going to cost me $135,000. Because somebody would say, you paid that much money to go to school? I said, off of $135,000 investment, I can make $500,000+ a year. I said, you Negroes don't look at it like that.
Right.
You have to invest into school, a trade. The military pays, a lot of black men don't use their GI Bill. I said, you went over there, got shot at, went through basic training, and you get paid to go to school. I said, you can get a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate degree. They will pay your tuition and pay you to go to school. Do y'all know a lot of black men don't even take advantage of that? I said, It is yours for the keeping. You can become a medical doctor like O'Shea for free, and they will hire you back in to be a medical doctor into the military. I said, you could go in at 20. No, you can go in at 18, retire at 38. You could get an MD degree by the time you're 50 years old, and you can do another 15 years in the military. I said, black men, y'all don't look at it like that. You get out of the military, you have all these benefits. You get with Lolo Keisha, and you get her pregnant, and everything is gone to waste. You have to invest in yourself. That's a thing that I'm glad Ramil brought up. Black men gotta learn to invest in themselves. Some kind of training with Brother Dre, some kind of training with Ramil, Brother Andre Hatchett. I mean, the same person, Brother Antoine Wade. You can't try to come to us and get things for cheap, because you will pay full price for ass and titties. If a girl go buy a Honda Civic and the payment $250 a month, you can't get Honda Motors on the payment. You're gonna pay the full thing. The thing is, you have to put that effort in yourself. Why would you pay $250 a month for something to invest in yourself? That means you tied to this woman regardless. You buying a woman a car. I don't know why would you buy a woman a car anytime they can leave your ass, but some people do crazy things. But the thing is, invest in yourself. Look, stop worrying about the debt up front. If you have to get a $300,000 loan to buy a building or to invest in a business, and in year 3 it's going to do a benefit, sacrifice it. Be confident. Have faith in yourself. Do not be afraid to fail. Do not get around people that talk negative all the time. That's another thing, black men. Y'all hang around too many negative ass people that say, nigga, you can't do nothing like that. No, right. You got to get around people that have a vision like you. In the Bible, it says the same thing. The people in the Bible, it speaks of people without a vision will perish. Those niggas that you hang around, they're going to perish. And if you don't get your ass around,
he said them niggas. He said them niggas you're hanging around.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, OJ.
It was real. It was real.
But yeah, them niggas gonna perish. And if you don't get your black ass around them, you are going to be like them. I've noticed black men have all the drive and ambition, but be too afraid. I ain't about to ask the white man or somebody non-black for help. Shit, whatever they know, if I can apply to my life to get ahead, I'm going to do it. And I hate to say this, but with what's going on now, with all this stuff, with all the people feeling sorry for black folks, do you know right now you can take advantage of a lot of situations and pull your head up, because everybody now is feeling sympathetic temporarily.
Yes.
Yep. Everybody's
white sympathy money.
I ain't lying. Yeah. Right now, white folks are feeling sympathetic towards black people. They are willing. Oh, this happened this morning. This is no lie. I called somebody I connected with somebody on LinkedIn. Brother Dave was talking about this. It was a lady, a president of a university. She sent my information to this lady. This lady and I talked this morning from the school in Florida. The lady was saying, I know this is off the subject, but how do you feel about what's going on? And I explained to her. She basically said, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry that you're going through that. Basically, if I was close enough to the lady, she would have gave me some massive sympathy pussy. So the thing is, women, men, white men are all feeling sympathetic right now. We got to use this towards our advantage, because once this gap is closed, it might not open back up.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep. That's real. Anybody want to build on that?
Well, yeah. What I think, just to elaborate a little bit more, bank loans, jobs that you usually might not be looked at for, looking for white venture capitalists. All these people, we got to take advantage. I talked about this yesterday on my stream. That this the next wave. We kind of missed the pandemic wave because now jobs are kind of bouncing back. But this black sympathy wave, you can hop on this. Don't ask them for money. Just go and take advantage of stuff. Like I said, jobs, lines of credit, bank loans, white venture capitalists. All of them people are going to be more open to hearing what you got to say just because of the color of your skin. So, I agree. Take advantage of it. You
All
got
right.
a
Shout
little
out
bit
to
more
the brother.
time. My bad.
Go ahead.
No, so you got a little bit more time before they realize niggas still ain't about nothing. So you got to catch it while you can. So go ahead.
You niggas. Woo. Let me do this. Shout out to Brother Tune OV. Brothers got to remember, these women have or just have as much money or more money than you, and a lot of times you're just a guy in the rotation. Let me just do this real quick before I forget. I'm willing to run it for another 30 minutes if you guys want to. If you guys have time, I don't mind. It's a good stream, so you guys have 30 more minutes.
I do. And I want to answer Peanut's question, who asked the question in the chat. How do we handle when family members and friends ask us for money?
Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So
Sure.
let me just do this one thing. All right, so guys, the Facebook group is back, right? I want to do this while we have some people in here. Shout out to Doc for this topic, right? So what I want to do is, you niggas make me mad because y'all shut my group down. Not y'all particularly, but so what I want to do is we're gonna slowly bring it back. We have like almost 3,000 members. If you click on that link right there, it will bring you into the new Negro Manosphere group. We'll probably have everybody back in the group by the end of the week. So I was promoting it real hard. I was promoting also my fan page real hard too. So if you guys can do me a favor, I would definitely appreciate you clicking the link to like the group, to join the group, and also clicking on the link to follow and like the fan page, right? So if you guys can do both of those things, I would really, 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 really appreciate that. And then that way you can come into the group. It is fun. It is hella funny. A lot of people in there, women in there, men in there, niggas in there, coons in there, pro-blacks in there, swirlers in there. Everybody's in there. All right. So I wanted to, that's the link right there. Oh, Shay, want to be back on the group? I just let you in right now. Faith. What up, Corey? Corey, he was in there getting the group flagged and shit, but we all good now. Go ahead and subscribe to, click the link to join the group, and let's have a good time. Go ahead, brother Andre.
Okay, so how do you handle when people ask you for money? So here's how I personally do it. I don't know if this is the best way to go about it, but this is what I personally do. If I know that someone's bad with money and they're really close to me, like a close family member, I made investments for them that I haven't told them about. So I have certain things that I invested in that they don't know I invested in. It's not my money. I'm just going to give that money to them, maybe close to retirement or down the line once the investment matures. We have to, well, we don't have to, but I took the role of being almost like a custodial authority figure for certain people in my family because I know that they're just going to fuck the money up. So I might say, now, I don't have that $200 that they asked for now. I might give them 50, but I put another 100 in that stock account or in that property that I own a part of that I'm going to deed over to them. So it's tough. It's tough when you care. And it's tough when you're one of the only people who are in, I guess, that, that 6-figure plus predicament, because you're kind of torn, like, I got it, but if I give it all away, I won't have it, and they aren't going to save and invest it, so I got to do that stuff for them. And I even have some younger people in my family, cousins and nieces and nephews who I open up stock accounts for. So they might be 5, 10, 15. But when they get older, like they'll have some money on deck. So I just took a proactive approach to just planning for the future and saying that I'm just gonna have assets, give them money, instead of me always giving them money.
Right,
I like
right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna sound cold on this, but from my experience, you have to set your boundaries and just straight up say no. I'm just being honest, man. I know that family from my experience, because I dealt with this a lot, particularly when my business got up and running. They started seeing that I became successful. Man, I had people that I ain't talked to in 15, 10 years asking for money. I had aunts asking for money. Everybody see you doing something. You know how, when your family, particularly black families, word can travel real fast. What I found out is that, man, no matter how much money you give to somebody, because they didn't earn that money, they will never value what you gave.
Yep.
It's just the truth. So I have a policy that if it's not something short of you being put on the street or something like that, the answer is going to be no. Or if something health wise, it has to be a life threatening situation for me to give anything. If it's just, oh, can you loan me $5,000? I want to no. The answer is no. You need to go through other means of trying to do it yourself. Because I'm just going to be honest, man, family, particularly when you're talking about distant, extended family, they will not respect that dollar that you gave them. They just don't. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I feel that in most situations, particularly when you are a person of means, you're actually enabling people, and you're enabling the family by continuously giving money. Because as soon as you give money to one, as I had to learn back in 2012 and 2010, around that time, you give money to one person, everybody else feel like they're entitled to your money. So I end up going to this point of view of, I've set boundaries. I love you enough not to ruin our relationship over money. So the answer is no. Straight up no.
No, he's right.
I agree too. I do the same. When I pick up the phone, that first thing I say, I ain't got no money. And they stop calling. Nobody don't call me anymore because, like D Real was saying, money will ruin a relationship in a family. And as O'Shea, I think O'Shea said this too. Somebody owe you money, you look at their Facebook stuff, man. I got the new J's. Like, nigga, you owe me $250. How you spent $200 on shoes? And I just don't loan money, period. Because I know if I fall short, there's nobody to help me. And I just don't loan money. That way, if I never loan it, I never have to have the problem of trying to get it back. And you hate to see people with their lights and stuff cut off, but I'm sorry, I just don't loan any money.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
Right.
I've even given family members jobs and they end up having to fire. I fired at least the family I got in Houston. I fired at least 5 of them, and one of them, I hired at least 5 family members. They all were cousins, and they all were our cousins, and I even had one that stole over $550 out of my account. And this was a Negro with a felony that couldn't find a job nowhere else, and I gave him a chance, and he still stole from me.
Ain't that a bitch?
You can't, man. You just gotta. And then I had to learn to never hire family again. That's just real.
Woo. Man, I've been ready to go to go to jail. Let me ask this, and guys, make sure that you press or like the video if you're enjoying yourself. Let me go ahead and just give some shout outs to the brothers out there. Peanut Jelly, shout out to you. Falcon, Black Moon, Roscoe, Cocoa Butter Barbie. What up, Brother Dane? What up, Mike Brown? What up, Self Savior? Thank you, brother. A1 Black Man, Andre Lewis. I'm doing my customer service shit. You know what I mean? Declaration, Rockman Rari. I'm trying to interact and stuff like that. Thank you, brother. Declaration, Falcon Black. So I just, really want to know, because liquor's drugs and women, right? But another thing I'm noticing a lot of this is since I've been living in Kampala, or not really live, just in limbo, a lot of guys are addicted to like fast money. I mean, because I think, oh shoot, Uncle Tony with the $99.99. Shout out to Tony Davis. Now, if he can come through with a 99.99, I know you can come through with a free like. Shout out to Tony D. Now, y'all don't let Tony give all the money by himself. You can like for free if you don't have nothing. So go ahead and get the likes up, brothers. Thank you so much, Tony. Let me ask you this. All right, because a lot of guys like to get money to get liquor, drugs, and women, right? Because you cannot buy liquor, drugs, and women without money. I'm noticing that guys are a lot of times taking shortcuts to get money. Like shout out to brother Andre Hatchett in his mobile notary course. You guys check that out. A lot of people have a lot of good reviews with that. We need to do another individual show on that again as a Hall of Game. Shout out to brother Andre Hatchett. But let me go back and highlight that. But let me ask you this. A lot of guys are looking to get money, and some guys, I don't think this is a problem on my channel, but some brothers sell drugs. Some brothers try to get into certain type of schemes. Some brothers will try to, like out here, niggas will try to, you have certain brothers that get into the con game and stuff like that. Can black men be so addicted to money? Because when you're a drug addict, right, you got to get money. That's like the thing, right? When you're an alcoholic, you got to get money. Do you think that push for fast money or push for money is also something that can hold black men back?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Because that whole fast money bullshit is whack. So here's why it's whack. Because you become so used to the shortcut illusion of life, you wind up starting over all the damn time. Like I was saying earlier, 1 week is MLM, 1 week you're going to write a book, 1 week you're going to do mobile notary, 1 week you're going to do a YouTube channel. And nothing gets done because so there's a certain amount of people who are in society who only think something is rewarding if it happens fast. If that same thing takes 3 to 6 months, it's not worth it. If it doesn't happen fast, it's like it didn't even happen. Once I got over all that, that's when I hit 6 figures, man. I was doing too much at one time. I had too many ventures. It just wasn't the move, right? But once I got over all that shit and I embraced the monotony of success, that's when my income raised. And enough people, they might hear it, but they think that they're the outlaw or the anomaly, and they wind up starting over. Shortcut addiction is real, man.
Shortcut addiction. You know what? I want to do that tomorrow. Doing too many things at once, right? I think that's a big issue. Go. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
Well, I can definitely say in regards to doing too many things at once. If you're doing too many things at once, you never can be good at one particular thing. So you have to pretty much prioritize what's most important. For myself, I can say, I set goals. I think it's important that you set goals in regards to you trying to build a legacy for yourself and what type of businesses you want to own. Like before I went into mental health and so on, there were other things that I wanted to venture off into, but I made it a point not to go into those other industries until I made sure that my business in mental health, the locations that I have are all successful. And then, once at that point, once I've accrued a certain amount of capital, you can easily use your own money if you choose to do so to fund those other projects, So if you're trying to invest in especially if you don't have at least one successful operation, you're going to just find yourself investing your time scattered, and you're not giving some of these, particularly the major one, the amount of attention that it needs to be successful, and even to hire other people so that they can, operate the business effectively. So I would say you have to create a game plan for yourself in regards to the business that you want to operate, or the business that you feel can make you the most money or is the easiest to be successful. And then you kind of do a snowball effect in regards to trying to invest in this other one and so on, But what I have found is that, once you get one business successful, it's easier, and you have a track record. Once you've developed one business that's successful and they've seen that you have a reputation, it's easier to start other things. It's easier to get another partner because they already seen you're successful at operating one thing. And one thing I've noticed is that when you're a person that has obtained and they're seeing you're doing something, you're going to attract other investors that if they already see you're doing something successful, they're more likely to want to also, invest in that with you because you've shown that you can successfully, operate a business.
Right. No. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Anybody else want to weigh in on that?
Well, O'Shea did a video a while back called "A Busy Broke Negro," and
I remember.
I gotta get back to my pre-recorded content, man. I've been doing too much celebrity junk. I gotta get back to some of my old school stuff.
I'm sorry, but man, I told O'Shea, I've been working with O'Shea for 5 years, man, and sometimes I go look back at O'Shea stuff, to get inspiration. I'm like, man, am I doing what I'm supposed to do in life? And I come across these videos, and it's the truth. The busy broke Negro. We all got that Negro that got 5 different businesses, but don't have no money to put anywhere. And
he's getting deep now.
Hey, cuz, we need to start this. We need to start that. And you have nothing to go against. Like y'all guys was just saying, once people see you're serious, they will invest their money. Some people will never take you serious if you've never done anything. Well, I want to start let's say, for instance, down here in South Carolina, people like to wash cars, so they'll have a mobile cleaning business. Well, the first thing an investor is going to ask, if I put up $25,000, how much money have you put up?
Right.
And you don't have any money invested, they're going to say, why am I going to waste $25,000 to give you money just to squander? And it's important to have one thing and get good at it. And then, as Brother Darrell was talking at, migrate to other things. That's just my 2 cents.
Let me expand on that, right? And I gotta really get back to my classic view stuff because I'm getting some inspiration to talk about some of these things again. But a lot of niggas, they figure that they can just talk their way into everything without actually. And it's hilarious that, like even Ramil talks about, niggas trying to game him on emails and niggas like you niggas feel, some of y'all, that y'all can just game your way into every situation. Like, you know what? I ain't got no, but I can mouthpiece my way into everything. And, that's like the busy broke nigga, right? Yeah, I got this, I got that, man. I even have niggas hit me up. Yeah, man, I let her get on that Hall of Game, bro. I'm telling you, man, you need to fuck with a nigga like me. I had a nigga hit me up on Facebook, right? Yeah, man, you need to fuck with a real nigga like me. I'm thinking like, damn, bro, am I a bitch or something? Like, nigga, like, you talking to me like I'm a hoe.
They think everybody's a freaking chick, man.
Like, am I your hoe or something, my nigga? Like, so when I hear niggas talk like that, I automatically know that you don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a nigga say, yeah, man, you need to be fucking with me, man. I got automatically, you know what I'm saying? And, a lot of niggas are like fast talkers. You know what I mean? I'm from California, and, California, New York niggas, we fast talk niggas. Like, we just, and, that's how we are, right? And we think that we could talk our way into any situation. But a lot of black men, everybody is not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not a hoe. You can't talk your way. This ain't, you ain't talking to Keisha on the motherfucking side of the street. A lot of brothers gotta start, and that's how a lot of niggas do business. A lot of niggas do business by not necessarily trying to find a solution for whatever they're doing or service, or trying to help people, like Brother Ramil would say. You try to basically do business by trying to overtalk motherfuckers. Like, you can game everybody into a business deal and making somebody seem like something you're not. A lot of you guys, y'all know people like this, right? And you know that it doesn't work. So let me tell you, brothers, man, just stop the bullshit. And you niggas out there, man, it's 2020. Okay. you can't talk your way out of coronavirus, and you're not gonna talk your way into fucking with me if you don't have anything. Because any logical person, for whatever you say, like niggas try to send you stuff like websites. Yeah, man, look at my site. Anybody can make a website, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I'm doing this, and check out my site. Nigga, anybody can do a site. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and a lot of niggas will do faulty shit hoping that they can get money to go fund their hoes and their liquor and their drug habit. But, you know, nigga, like, just, and that's another thing too. I'm gonna just say this. A lot of niggas want to live overseas right now. So instead of putting in the work to develop a real business, like I need to get to the DR or Brazil or the Philippines, I need to, like, you see a lot of that shit going on, right? With even YouTubers, they'll start a channel and, you know, niggas will start talking about they got business opportunities, man. Just shoot me some money over here. I could give you a tour. All of that is nigga hustling. You know what I mean? So I'll just leave that at that. Brother Daryl Ross, thank you so much. Declaration, they then when they don't get what they want, then they whine like the adult children they are. Hello. Anybody want to weigh in on that at all? Or
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't on that point, not particularly, but as far as the fast money that we talked about, I was gonna say, yeah, we got to get out the habit of fast money. It's not good money. Put that same determination you have into getting fast money into getting legal money. There's plenty of ways to make legal money. You'd be surprised. If you take those same skill sets and the same mentality from that fast money and put it into legal money, you'll be very surprised at the results. So I just want to say, and then you can still have that same drive and hustle and not feel paranoid or anything. So just wanted to make that clear.
And nothing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, man.
So a common question that I get with my notary course and curriculum is how soon can I start making money if I take your course? Which is a fair question. It's a fair question. A better question, in my opinion, is how long and how consistent can I make money for? I've been doing it personally. I'm 38. I was 24 when I started, so 14 plus years of consistently making money. Some people are tight on cash, right? So if they're shelling out $200 or $1,000 or dollars or whatever, they kind of need to know at around the about time when they're gonna get the money back, and I get it. But the problem is when you do have the money to spend, and you think about the immediacy of the return and not the longevity of the return, right? So that's once you start to think like that, you've matured into a different economic adulthood per se, and then you make better decisions. I have a friend, his name was Money Madu. He had a stock investment group that I was a part of. So I joined probably like 2 years ago. I spent like $50 in there a month, and I upped it to maybe like $200 a month. He had to close it because the platform that we were using was shutting down. But my payout and the group's payout was like 46%. Like that. Like that's pretty dope, right?
right.
I told other people about the group, you know, who maybe weren't saving good on their own. Like this is a very great way for you to save and invest with a team if you aren't going to do it on your own consistently. Man, you know, Cass didn't do it. But I cashed out 40+% because I waited 2 years to touch the money, and it was a victory, man. So it's not about the immediacy all the time, the longevity. How long can this investment potentially pay me for? That's big.
No. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to Eric C for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the brother giving a donation and asking a question, like some of you other brothers out there can learn how to do. So trying to get everything for the free, but no. Shout out to brother Eric C. He asks, "I'm about to start a cleaning service. What do you think about AJ Simons? I've never heard of AJ. What is AJ Simons? Anybody know? Is that a cleaning company?
I don't know what that is.
AJ Simons.
I never heard of that either.
I never heard of.
Anybody know anybody in the cleaning business?
I never heard of it, but I know the low startup cost.
Oh, I think it's AJ Simmons. Okay. Well, hold on a second. AJ Simmons. Okay, I think AJ Simmons is a guy that's a YouTuber. I've never heard of him before, although I see that he has 25,000 subscribers. I don't know the guy personally, but I do know somebody that was making a lot of money off the security business right now. And when coronavirus hit, it wiped. Shout out to Doc, man. Shout out to Doc. Brother out of ATL. He probably legit. I don't know, but I do know somebody that's making a ton of money in the security business for like Foot Lockers and Champ Sports. They was making money hand over fist, man. When coronavirus came, man, it wiped that money all out. But I could ask maybe Ramil or Andre or people that's on the panel, everybody on the panel. Would you go into a cleaning business right now post Corona?
I wouldn't do that business it wouldn't work for me per se, but I know people who have gone in it because of Corona and they're actually crushing it. And you know what? And I actually know a guy and his wife who own a cleaning business. Like they don't clean any houses. I'll try to get the link for their course for you and post in the chat. They're dope. I believe them. They're trustworthy. All that good stuff. So it's money well spent. And they did over 200,000 in the past 2.5 years, and their business did go up during all this pandemic stuff. So I wouldn't do it personally, but I would recommend the business model. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm gonna check the brother out, man. Maybe I can reach out to him. I would love to talk to the brother. He seems like he's doing his thing. So you're saying that that people, what up, brother Travaris Wiley? Yeah, I know that trucking's making a killing. What businesses? I mean, just you guys in general, thinking that are doing really good right now in the coronavirus pandemic.
Instacart and all that stuff we talked about last night.
Yeah, that Instacart is something else, right? Y'all put me up on that game.
Yeah, going to shop for people. Like they were saying, cleaning. I haven't seen any landscape businesses like die down. They're even up more. Service techs like HVAC, electrical. More people home, so they're tearing this shit up. I mean, yeah, the guy came to my house and car service. I mean, things like that. I mean, you got to think. That's just some stuff off the top of my head. I know anything with transportation or like food is really booming because a lot of people, their kids are home. Let's say, for instance, if you got 2 kids home and you call and you do the Instacart and they go shop for you, you can go get $250 worth of groceries and they do it for you.
Yep.
Pizza delivery service. Everybody laughed at the pizza man. The pizza man making a killing.
Yep. What about you? Anybody, Ramil? Anybody got any idea?
Like I said, he said delivery service, food delivery service, media and content as well. Those businesses are like Joe Rogan got 100 million. I mean, the pandemic set everybody at home and forced everybody on their screen. So media and all types of media is basically booming right now. Netflix went up, I believe, as well. So a lot of things that are on the internet and content media based went up as well.
Well, selling clothes. What's the guy from LA, the thrift shop dude that we were on?
Beatology.
Yeah, because the thing now is people with money, they want to try to find the best bargain. Amazon Prime, that's part of delivery, man. They had a truck on the road back I saw the other day. You ask the UPS people, they're like, dude, we never experienced this before. They running at 9 o'clock at night. So people would laugh. UPS guys always made a shitload of money anyway, but you got to think about these delivery services, these people that have the trucks, the amount of money you can make right now is nobody should be broke right now. I'll take that back. If you have a certain skill set, you shouldn't be broke. Anybody in trades right now should not be broke because HVAC, electrical, construction, they got things they want to build. And I can see a new businesses. I don't know anybody in here know anything about underwriters. They write like policies. So the new the new thing is going to be selling insurance for for events like this. It's coming. And It's stuff like that, man. It's the pandemic is gonna open up a new arena. Training is a new market because everybody now is sitting at home. I mean, it already was. I was talking about like how school is online. School and like these platforms, these learning management systems like Blackboard, Moodle, Canvas, all of that stuff is about to boom. Dr. Darrell, my fiance was able to do her counseling stuff over Zoom. So it's just it's booming.
Yeah, they've opened up Zoom. They've opened up a lot of platforms to do counseling and different services that they didn't do in the past. That telecounseling or telemedicine is definitely booming right now in mental health.
Oh yeah.
Also, medical supplies. If you are medical supply sales and medical supplies is I know people doing real well in that industry.
Yeah,
selling medical equipment.
Yeah, no, that's real. Like I said, brother Drake, he came back on. Like Steve is New Orleans original trucking barber. Okay, now this is interesting, man. I'm a truck driver looking to expand and start my own business. Can you guys point me in the right direction? New Orleans original trucking barber. I don't know anything about the trucking business, bro, to be honest.
I recommend if you could get military contracts, military get on bases. That's a big thing. Get contracts to deliver goods. I don't know if you see it. I don't know where I live in South Carolina. We have military bases here. You have people that drive the tanks, the Humvees. That's the Department of Defense is guaranteed money, and they're willing to pay to get things shipped.
Yeah, let me say this. There's a guy, man. His name is Man of Tomorrow, bro. So you can go to his channel. He has like 16,000 subscribers. So he's a trucker. So there's a few people that you can go to. Man of Tomorrow is one person you can go to. Thank you, brother New Orleans trucker. I appreciate you. So you can go to Man of Tomorrow, right? That's one guy. And another guy is HT Logistics, who's probably, all he deals with is he deals with trucking all the time. So let me in fact, I got Negro Manosphere Award, right? Logistics. I got a HT Logistics 3434. Let me give you the channel, right? And he has probably more in depth. I mean, both of them are good for that, but this guy, I'll bring him on the show. Check him out, right? If you email me at planetoshay@gmail.com, I'll give you his email. So, but you can check him out. I mean, if you look at, his information is really, really good. He makes a ton of money in trucking. So, like I said, that's the person that you want to talk to. He has it down to science. That's all he talks about. He don't talk about nothing but this. So, I'll reach out to him. And if guys are interested in a trucking show, I used to have a truck stop podcast. Just let me know. Press 1. And what I'll do is I'll organize a show with HT Logistics tomorrow. And then what we'll do is we'll bring him on and ask some questions and stuff like that. So just press 1 if you guys want me to do like a trucking based show, and I'll try to organize these guys on a segment of the Hall of Game. So transportation, and I'll do that. All right, thank you again. So yeah, HT Logistics will get you helped out for sure. It's one of my partners. All right, Romeo. Let me say this about Faith is a trucker. Faith is a trucker. Faith is a female trucker. I've been forgetting about that. Faith is a trucker that makes a lot of money. She bought a brand new house. So yeah, shouldn't get Faith on here and talk about that. Let me just say this. As far as the content space, right? All of us create content except for Doc. See, here's the situation about content space creation for brothers that are interested to get in it. Even if you get on YouTube not to make money, it's good to get on YouTube for the connections. Like that's one thing you can do. Like being on YouTube and being in the community of content creators is such a good business. Like I remember when Ramil was here initially, right? Like Ramil been here a few times. And Ramil was like, man, I'm tired of these niggas, man. Like I can't fucking deal with it. And then like when Ramil, I was telling him, I was like, bro, you need to come back, man. Like this, like YouTube is like, you can do some powerful shit on here. And next thing I know, Ramil had met up with Andre Hatchett. Ramil had met up with AM1. AM1 met up with Erica Williams. and did some work with her. Like just all from just YouTube, right? People actually meet and do shit in real life from here, like in actual real time. I know Andre Hatchett and Erica Williams met up. So you can meet different people that are really serious, and you can do that through content creation. You can always do collabs. So even if you do go into any kind of business, like it's always good to start a channel, because if you start a channel, you can always meet people and they can go into something else. So anybody that creates content, like Dita Real, he does it for mental health. Black men got to start looking at creating content on YouTube with their knowledge to just get into a different market. So just as you're doing that, if you got time, invest in creating a channel for yourself, either on Facebook or on YouTube or IGTV. It's a good way to meet different people that have a lot of knowledge, and you can help you make some money. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
Well, pretty much every business in the future is going to have a content creation department. I mean, that's just the world we live in, 2020 and beyond. Even if you're not creating content for money, just to promote your product or service so people can get a better view and look at it. Every business in 2020 and beyond is going to need a content creation department. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Anybody, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. Whatever lane the guys pick who are watching this, pick it and stick to it. Pick it and stick to it. And it's not just about what's making money currently. That's important. That's important. But what's going to make you money on an ongoing basis. And forget about that passion bullshit. If you are broke, the last thing you should be focused on is going out and finding your passion. You need money, right? You need money. And in the evenings and when you're not working on your business, that's when you can go do that passion stuff. But get in with something. Get in with something. And I think it was Dr. D earlier. Once you have mastery under your belt, once you have a skill set under your belt, it's easier for you to get motivated to do the next thing, and it's easier for people to take you more seriously. And you won't even know it yourself all the time, but you'll walk better. You'll walk with more purpose. You'll walk like that cool dude in the room. Like you'll become that dude. You'll become that dude. So get in with something. My industry is doing very well. My phone hasn't stopped ringing, even though the pandemic is going on. I think because a lot of people, my competitors weren't involved in it, and my business went up, and my students went up. I had a student in Virginia who literally had just started, and she was out there with her gloves on and her mask and all that stuff, and she made $3,000 her first full-time month.
Wow!
During all this nonsense going on too. So, yeah, man, pick a lane and go at it and stick to it, and don't abandon ship up until you hit a certain mark. You feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree. Yep. And I don't create content on YouTube, but I enjoy collaborating with other folks, and it gives me ideas for things. But just what I do on the side, I'm an adjunct faculty member at a bunch of schools, and I try to get more Black men into it because I don't see a lot of Black men doing it, and it's a very good way to make a lot of money. The courses are set up at certain schools, and you just grade and respond to students. The thing is, on my resume, it'll show that I can lead kids or lead whoever it is from start to finish. And that matters with companies, because if you can lead somebody, if I teach back in person part-time, or even if I just stay online, if I can teach, it shows that I can lead people, and it shows I have good management skills. So it's just something, that I've entered into 6 years ago, and I enjoy doing it. And with the pandemic going on, it's flourishing. So I'm gonna get it while I can. And any Black men out here that have the education requirements or the skills, I say venture into it eventually. It's a great way to feel better about some things, and also it's a good way to earn money. But it also shows you how the education system is messed up and how they are teaching students the wrong things, and they come out here and they get to a class and they don't know anything about real life. They're so caught up on taking a test. So that's what I do for my side hustle. And, that's how I'm trying to contribute back. And who knows, down the line, I might eventually create a YouTube channel.
All right. Well, he picked a good nigga topic tonight. So when he come through with some topics, they be hitting. So,
I expect the check, man. I expect the check, or I'm gonna get old boy that passed and sue your ass. I'm gonna get what's old boy that did OJ case? What's the black dude? Rob, whatever that dude is. I can't think of the lawyer, but yeah, I spent some money on suing everybody. I'm gonna own you. Hey, Oshi, I got a question. Are you copywriting your name or own or anything yet, man?
Probably don't want to talk about that right now because if I say no, then they gonna, you know what I mean? We'll talk about that a little bit later, brother. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but you know, because you know these niggas. You know what's funny, right? I'm gonna tell a story. A nigga hit me up 3 weeks ago. The nigga bought the domain to www.o'sheadukejackson.com. So the nigga hits me up and said, "Hey man, I own this site. Got my picture on there, all that shit." Yeah, brother, we should do business together. I'm like,
what the hell?
I'm like, fam, you went and bought the domain to my name, got my image up there, coming soon, and you expect me to want to do business with you, nigga? I said, man, get the fuck out of my inbox, right? Look, y'all don't believe me? Go here. This one nigga owns OSheaDukeJackson.com. Coming soon.
What?
He hijacked your name.
Niggas are thirsty, man.
What?
Man, niggas are thirsty, bro.
Niggas have no chill. It's a grimy road out here.
He really tried. I said, bro, get out my. I said, bro, get the fuck out my inbox, bro. 2020, all rights reserved. Website coming.
Oh my god. This is some nigga shit.
I never heard of that, man. A nigga.
Somebody said that's my fault. No, it's not my fault, nigga. He can own that domain all he want. I mean, he can't do it without me, so he can do that if he want to. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do with it?
What?
I'm telling you.
Damn. I know cats is grimy. I didn't know somebody was that grimy to do that.
Yeah. The nigga tried to hit me with us. Yeah, brother, we should do. I'm like, nigga, I said, man, get the fuck out of my inbox, bro. I said, you know, if I wanted to build my own website or whatever, I would have did that. But obviously, I don't want to do that. So why you fucking with me? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. So that's the reason why I didn't want to say anything. So I guess the answer that I will say is yes, but because niggas will, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's a man. I've never heard anything like that.
Of course, because these niggas are crazy. Of course, you haven't heard that. These niggas is really nigga retarded, bro.
I bet you could do a whole show on the shit you get asked in your email and everything.
Man, I don't even shit. These niggas so crazy in 2020. Niggas is thirsty, so I just, you know, I don't get mad, bro. I just sit back and listen to what these niggas are doing. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we gotta do business with this. Like, nigga, I'm gonna let you basically off the name that I've been, you know, off my moniker and what I've been building up. Like, I don't know how to make. Nigga, I have NegroManosphere.com. I know how to create sites. Yeah, but I ain't tripping.
I got another question. So they let me join back to the group on Facebook. Is it gonna get back a while like it was?
Yeah, it's gonna get back live like it was in a few weeks because everybody is closed down, right? So we got to get everybody back in there. So we got 184 members. So it's gonna take a while, probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we get everybody back in there.
Oh
but man, it's gonna be back cracking. Though. Matter of fact, guys, those people who want to join the group right now, press 1. Because we're trying to get all you niggas back in the Negro Manosphere quarantine reality. Don't worry. I'm going to put 10,000 people in there this time. I don't care if I got to pay somebody to add people and invite people there. I'm going to make sure we get 10,000 by the end of July. So don't worry about nothing. It's going to be cracking because I got friends. All I got to do is cash up a few of my Facebook group homies. That's all I got to do.
Man, there wasn't nothing like that group. I hate it got shut down, man.
Oh, that group was cracking. Don't worry, these niggas coming back in there. And then so click on this link right here. Join the Facebook group. Y'all kicking me out. No, the Facebook group it got shut down. Niggas messed the group up. Nobody kicked you out. Niggas stopped it. You niggas messed it up. That's what happened. Okay, you niggas couldn't stop posting hate speech. You couldn't stop sharing fake news. Because now, you know, YouTube, if you share on Facebook, and some niggas was posting like 45 times in like 1 hour.
Damn.
Yep. So
there was some beautiful women in that group. That's what I used to go there for.
Yeah. Oh, we're about to get it back in there, but it's going to it takes some time to get all that set back up. I haven't been focusing on. When I was focusing on it real hard, we was getting a lot of people in there. But right now, I'm just, you know, probably tomorrow and the rest of the week, I'll get people back in the group. But you know. So, but anyways, so guys, as I'm sitting here, add women to the group, guys. Add women to the group. I'm gonna throw some contests for brothers who add the most women in the group. So don't worry, we about to do that. So like I said, brothers, any other things that we should be talking about tonight? I mean, I really appreciate all the love that you brothers have come in. Doc, I can't thank you enough for the content. And you guys will still keep clicking the link so I can approve you to the group now.
Oh, man, you're welcome, man. I just try to find, I think the topics that, you know, when I thought of that topic and the other one, it's what black men go through. And, you know, I've seen it firsthand how all three of those, if not one of those, can ruin our potential, man. We have a lot of potential, and I hate to see it get derailed by, you know, liquor, drugs, or women. So you got to find a way to just fight that and move forward, because once we get back strong, a lot of things will fall into place in our community.
All right, no doubt. And Brother Ramil, I definitely thank you, brother, and D-Rail, all those people. For any last word. Wait, hold on. Let me give Ramil some shout outs real quick, man. All the people that need to subscribe to Ramil Amir. I know I got some new people here. Ramil, let them know what's up with the channel, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Actually, after this, I guess if you're not going live after this, I'm about to spark up.
Yeah, let me do that right now. Let me do that right now.
That link in the chat.
Hold on a second.
Appreciate it.
Everybody, after this stream, go over to Ramil's channel, okay? We got 256 people right now. He has a stream that's getting ready to open up. Let me do this. Did we build America? Woo!
Oh man, don't. If you got a weak heart, though, if you get offended easily, don't even go.
That's you know what, bro? I've been going in so much on my personal YouTube and my Facebook. I'm not even touching these topics no more, bro, because niggas get too mad when I start talking about them. So I'm for real.
Get mad,
I'm leaving it alone. I'm not even going to talk about those things anymore. I've been talking about on my personal. I said my last one on the last 2 or 3 days. It was too real. On my Facebook, it was too real. So I'm leaving it alone. I'm just going back to my regular shit because, you know, people get mad.
You've been going in on Facebook too, dog.
Yeah, I was going in on YouTube the last 2 or 3 days, but on my other channel, but I can't really talk about those things because niggas get too mad. So, all right, y'all get too mad, I'm gonna just leave it alone. So, you know, because mess around won't have no more subscribers over here. So everybody, do me a favor, go to Ramil Amir's channel. Thank you, brother Mike, out in Jersey. And go check it out. If we can get press 1 if you're going over to Ramil's channel, because I only see 19 people waiting. You should be going strictly from this stream right over there. Are you they're gonna have a panel there? So if you niggas want to get over there and talk, like many of you niggas like to talk about nothing. So you know, you want to get up there just to be heard. So you know, you might as well do that. So thank you, brother Tony. Thank you, Mike. Everybody go over to Ramil's channel right now and face some about zero. What's up, brother O'Shea Linux? So you know, go on over there right now. I'm about to end the stream and he's going to start in I think what 5 minutes or right now?
Yeah, in about 5 minutes. Yeah, less than that. Appreciate it a lot, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so brothers, go over there, give them all your money. You niggas ain't got nothing to do. Thank you again, Doc, for the great topic, Doc. It's good to have shout out to brother Grown Man. You know what? I got an email, brother Book of Alpha running me back. I'm glad I know. Shout out to my Alabama niggas. My Alabama niggas, some real niggas. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. Hey, you know what? Grown man business. I didn't even know the last Mr. Big died, man. I just found that out like 2 days ago. The last Mr. Big, he died, man. I didn't know that. Man, I didn't know that. All right, man. Shout out to my real niggas in Alabama. Y'all know they real. So go over there, check him out. Check him out over there, Ramil's channel. Guys, thank you so much. Again, shout out to Grown Man Business. That brother has a beautiful family, beautiful home, beautiful cars. A lot of niggas talk about it, but not grown men. I mean, I'm still mad about Mr. Big, man. I bought the album and everything, man. Time to go to trial.
I bought that. What he said, I sold that dough back in 1990. I remember that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he dead for real?
Yeah, man. I can't believe that, man. I'm hurt, man. He died like 4-5 years ago, man.
Oh, man. I think get queer white folks and take that shit to trial, bitch.
Right. You motherfuckers gonna have to kill me.
I'm gonna go listen to that song on YouTube right now.
Man, last Mr. Big used to have it slapping, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Man. So look, if I'm from Saxon, I didn't know that. All right. I probably related to him. All right. Well, listen, man. Look, we gotta go. Shout out to everybody. Go to Ramil's channel. Appreciate you. Thanks again, Doc. Again, see you brothers tomorrow. Peace.
All right, man.